mic
Yep.
don't sound.
There it go. You right? You back?
Hello, hello, hello.
Yep. What you need me to lift it up? Just push. There you go.
Gotcha.
You got it.
Yep.
You good?
Yep.
We're
Got it.
back. We are back. We are back with another episode of Uncomfortable Conversations with Uncle P.
Andrea B, y'all.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get into this, man. Cause tonight. First, I want to say I have to say this. So apologies. Right. Go Birds. Right. I'll give a huge shout out to our to Howie Roseman for all the work that he puts in to go out there and find football players. Right. And we're just better than y'all. Right. So yeah.
Okay.
That's it for that.
Plugging in for your Eagles.
Absolutely, go Birds. But more than anything, it is November 4th. It is Tuesday. It is election day. Election day means different things for different people. Um, for me, it's just an opportunity to voice my opinion on how government is either working or not working, and hopefully casting a vote for someone who will come through and change the way I feel, right?
Okay.
With everything that's going on right now, with Donald Trump and the Senate and the House, and then Pennsylvania is also under the same situation because they can't pass their budget. You feel me? Like, there are tons of people out here in America right now that are either not getting their food stamps or are getting reduced because of, I say it's a strike, kind of like, you feel me?
Yes, technically, yeah.
You don't want to do what I want you to do, so oh well.
Yep.
You feel me? We got the power, so unless you side with us, we ain't gonna move. But that's where things get tricky a little bit. That's where people get hurt. That's
Lots of people are suffering right now.
absolutely. And if we don't pay attention to what's going on, we will continue to suffer. So, for the black community, I say, why don't you vote? And I need people to jump on this live and comment as to why they don't participate. And if you do participate, jump on here and talk about why you do participate. Me personally, my grandmother, Delia Wynn Johnson, um, she took me to go vote with her when I was younger.
Okay.
Today I took Jordan,
Nice.
right? But I remember her talking to me about the power that voting gave her, right? And
Okay.
some people can say it's just a feeling. You feel me? I don't move off of feelings. I'm not an emotional person. I don't go. You do go off feelings, right? Everybody operates off of feelings, right? And we can't ignore that when we're talking about the black community and what we don't have and what we have too much of, right? We have to ask those questions when you're going to vote, right? How does this person sit with me? What do they want to give and what do they want to take? Because you can't give without taking,
Very true.
right? So it's like receiving. They say you can't receive without giving something, right? Same thing. It works both ways, right? It's a two-lane highway. Politics get tricky for us as black people because we've always been under this thumb, right? And the thumb is oppression.
Mm.
Oppression is a real situation. Oppression robs you of yourself, right? It robs you of your dignity. It robs you of your place in the world. And it has you telling your children that they'll never be anything because you could never be anything, right? So when oppression hits in the black community and we get a moment to cast a ballot for someone, right? Back in the day, the politicians used to come through the churches and they used to be all in the area. They say, I'm here for you and I'm doing this for you and I'm trying to help you. And we wouldn't receive anything. We wouldn't get what they promised. And that's because we don't have packs. right? That's because we don't stand together. So if we're divided, we're easily conquered,
Very true.
right? That's the first thing in war. And I was trying to get my homeboy Andrew Nelson to be in here, right?
Okay.
Because he's very political minded,
Okay.
right? Not me as much, right? I just vote. I do my research and I find out who's going to do something. Something, it could be either for me or it could be for another group. It don't always have to be for me.
But I want to say something. I'm thinking about like the school system that I've been working in schools for quite a long time, but it's like, we talk to our kids about voting, but like think about like classes like social studies and stuff like that, like
Civics.
civics, and I don't really hear much about like breaking down why it's so important to vote. Because I'm thinking now, like, a lot of times where I voted, and I'm just like, I'm gonna be honest, I'll be like, I don't even know half of these people, and they're on this ballot, and then it's just like, okay, this is a thing to do, but I feel it's important to know the people that are voting,
So you
you
have to
know?
look them up. They all should have a website.
Yeah.
Take some time before you go and vote. Look everybody up on the list, right? We got the whole breakdown of who was on the list from different whatevers and different. I think I deleted it off here, yeah. But we had we did it last week where we were talking about the sample ballot, right? How it breaks down, what it looks like. You feel me? Like who should you vote for? Who are these people? And we did a candidate forum with the Cat Center
Okay.
on Saturday. And then my guy Rich Bly hit me up and he was like, "Yo, I need that in Upper Darby. So what's up? You coming out here?" I was like, "Sure, absolutely." We went out to Upper Darby. We talked to some people out there, right? He was he was heavy in the Republican side. You feel
Okay.
me? And I need people to understand every Republican is not Trump. Every Republican is not a billionaire, right? Trump is a special kind of Republican.
Right.
You feel me? Like Trump is special because he's not a politician. He's a
He's a
businessman.
businessman.
You understand what I'm saying? So the people that are going to be around him are going to be other business people,
Facts.
right? So they're not going to be able to relate to us because we are the consumer. You know what I mean? So if he looks at it like that, they just a consumer. I ain't really worried about them. I could make my money off so many other people. You feel me? And that's how business people think.
But I think about when I was a kid, it was always like the Republicans were the haves and the Democrats were the have-nots. Like ever since I was a little girl, that's kind of what I thought. Like when I found out anything about voting.
Well, you aren't wrong, right? How the Republicans are to have, but the Republican Party originally started out as the party for black people. And most of the Democrats were in the KKK,
Wow.
right? Like that's where we started with Republican. And that's why the Republican Party became so strong because there are so many of us here. Just because they call you a minority does not mean that's what you are. You got to be able to count your own people, bro. You think about this city. How many white people or outside black people are located in this city? Not many.
Not many. Not
And
many.
then you go to another city and you look at that other city and it's the same thing. And it's like, yo, hold on, stop. For a second, all those cities need to connect when it's time to voting. We're voting for one person. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and then we need to find out who's going to ride with that one person that we're selecting. You feel me? And then we vote on that. And then we vote as a unit, not as individuals. And that's the thing, right? To keep us divided, to keep us stuck, they got to have us thinking in an individual mindset. It's individual. See, if you're an individual, I can do whatever I want to do.
Right.
I don't vote because the system's rigged.
Man, so many people say that.
Unrig it. I don't vote because of my religion. All right. I don't vote because I just don't vote. I don't vote because I don't have a house. I don't vote because I don't do this. And it's like it's so many individual answers there. You feel me? It's not a group mindset, right? Because in Upper Darby right now, it's tons of Muslims voting. It's tons of Muslims running.
Wow.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, and it's like what religion stops you from voting? Right? I get it. I do. I'm not knocking anybody for their decision, but why can't we work together to make sure we take ownership of where we live and where we are and the things that we receive and the things that we give? Listen, right now in Chester, Pennsylvania, We have no pool during the winter months, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we have an Olympic-sized swimming pool? Why don't we have a YMCA? There are YMCA's in operation all throughout
Facts.
Delaware County,
Facts.
but in Chester, Pennsylvania, a city, the only city in Delaware County, there's no pool.
How many years has the YMCA over town been closed? For how many years you think?
I want to say closed, like pool not running.
Yeah.
I want to say since probably 97, 98.
Dang.
You feel me? Like, and that's just me going off of, because I used to go there. I used to go there for karate. I used to go there for swim lessons.
Wow.
You feel me? Like, I was involved in the YMCA. You feel me? Like, my family was heavily involved in the infrastructure of the city. My grandma told me, go back to my grandma. First of all, always vote Republican. That's what she told me, right? And I said, Mom, why are we voting Republican? Because that's our party, right? Because it was our party, it became so strong that people started to take it over. See, once things get whitewashed and they drop drugs in our community and people start looking, trying to find out what the hell's going on, we were confused. Then we didn't have anything. Then the Dems popped up and said, oh, yeah, we love y'all. We trying to give y'all free stuff. Here, take this, take Social Security, take this, welfare, take this, housing, all this. We began to take it and we forgot where we were. That's how I personally feel. It could be different, right? But that's how I feel, right? Then you have Barack Obama. He was a Democrat. You feel me? Now, what did Barack Obama do for me? I said this on Will Taylor's post. I said, Barack Obama gave me hope, bro. You feel me? That I could be something different if I just believed in it hard enough. If I just wanted it bad enough. That I could be whoever the hell I wanted to be. It wasn't about him giving me, rights or different things like that. I already got rights. I got the same rights you got. I'm in this country. I got the amendments. All, however many of them there are.
And I get your point there. I'm not a fan of Trump either, but if we going to be honest, Trump has done some things. Even if you don't agree, he is a businessman. A lot of people got, the stimulus money back when the stimulus money was available.
That's the majority of the reason why people voted for him this time. Oh, he's going to give us money. You will never, and I mean never relive or get to that moment again. See, that's once every 120 years that situation happened, right? When COVID dropped, I said, oh, yeah, this always happens. This is God evening out the playing field. And people got mad at me because I said, most of the people that's going to die from COVID are going to be weak people. People either already affected by a disease, have weakened lungs.
And that is true. My
right?
grandmother died of COVID, and she
Right.
was already sickly.
Right. So,
yeah.
And that's just God just ironing out the things that he needs to iron out to make sure, and it
I
happens.
think it was a man-made disease.
It could be
I'm,
man.
I'm so like,
But it's still God. Right?
Yeah.
God created that man to make that disease to do what it did.
But think about since COVID.
Right.
Mortgages went up, rents went up, utilities went up, groceries went up, everything. I feel like it was a disease that was made in order to increase the prices of everything. I really do believe that.
No, the prices went up because that's what inflation does. That's what inflation does.
Yeah, but COVID doubled, yeah.
During COVID, nothing went up. After COVID, right after COVID, nothing really went up. It wasn't until 2024, 25 when things started to go up because the government had gave so much to us that prices had to go up. And it went up in a way that the billionaires are making more money. You understand what I'm saying? I said, listen, I know capitalism is one of the greatest things that happen in this country. I could be a billionaire. I could have 599. I could have a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
But what are you doing with that lot of money? Who are you helping? If you got a bank account that got $245 billion in it, who are you helping with that money? Why do you have all of that money? What are you doing with all of that money? I said, put a cap on them. But we have other countries, and we have, the UAE, you feel me? They billionaires, you feel me? They got money, you feel me? So oligarchs, that's what happens, I think, in Russia, you feel me? Oligarchs run a lot of Russia. So people were like, oh, shit, it's happening over there. We need to have our own billionaires here.
I just want to think thinking about something, and it's just random. But you know what I wish, like, in our community, that people that are successful just don't move out. It seems like people, they that there's still a lot of successful people in Chester, but a lot of people they take their talents and move somewhere else. Like, why is that? Soon as you make a few dollars,
because
you got to get out.
you wanna keep your money, right? When you have a bunch of money or you have a bunch of power or you have people try to isolate you, right? They don't want to lift you up, right? They want to keep you down. And that's the thing with divide and conquer, right? We're being divided up. Religion, socioeconomically, um, politics, just who you like. We're
Mm.
being divided up. That's why this radio station is open to everyone. Christian, Muslim, Buddhist, regardless my religion, whatever you want, because you have an audience. You have people you need to talk to. So I was like, yo, how can we begin to have these conversations, right? About what we need to do as a community and it not be just focused to one person, right? Because if it was like, oh, I'm Muslim, so everybody that come in here got to be Muslim. Everybody that come in here, no, right? I know your religion exists. I might not believe it or follow it, but you do. You feel me? So come in here, sit behind a microphone and talk to your people. Bless your people, right? People that believe that the color red is great. Come through here, talk about it. The blue, okay, come through green. Come through here, talk about it. Everyone has an audience,
True, true.
but that audience is also black. So let's get behind so when everybody get to sharing and putting things out and talking about things, it opens up the lane for us to come out as black. This is this skin, this right here. It's just cover. It's just a cover. You feel me? But this color of it is so precious, bro. We forget that we're black when we become something else. You
But
feel me?
yeah,
You
but
f-
but
Go ahead.
the thing is, think about it. You always talk from a team perspective, coming together as a community, which is a mindset that you established at a very, it seems like at a very young age. Despite some of your mishaps, you've always had a sense of family is important, community is important, it's important to work together. But a lot of people are just like, I'm out for myself, fuck the community, unless it's beneficial for them. You know what I'm saying? So mindset is so important.
Mindset is one of the most important things, right? When you're in community work. When I
Mm-hmm.
started a radio station, I can only speak for me.
Okay.
When I started a radio station, I didn't start it to make a whole bunch of money. I started to give a whole bunch of communication to our community. Now, it can't be free because if you want to have a nice place, you want to have air, you want to have AC, you want to have waters, you want to be able to be comfortable while you're talking, that's going to cost money. I'm not charging you what I should be charging you. I got people calling me all the time talking, bro, you should be charging way more for podcasts. If I'm charging you $300 a month, that's not a lot of money. You feel me? If I'm charging you $400 a month, that's not a lot of money. You feel me? You're coming in here, you're doing a show, $400. What you do with your show after you're done is on you. If you push it, if you don't want to push it, you don't want to be seen. If you
Mm.
think just being on CMP radio is going to get you seen, it's not. It's not. This is the first step. Now you have your show, you have your subject, you have your podcast. Then go out there, cut it up, right? Get Opus Clip, cut it up, put it on Buzzsprout, get it put out there to everybody else. And if you're not doing that, then that's not my fault. The foundation of the radio station was to create a place where kids could come to talk and communicate. Because I want to know what was going on in my kids' life. Because I was going through a divorce. I want to know how they felt, right? I'm waiting for them to have the courage to come through here. We can do a podcast where we're talking about how y'all felt when y'all first found out that your dad was cheating. When I came to y'all and I told y'all what I was doing. When I expressed to y'all how I felt, how did y'all feel? Right? Now that might be me thinking that everybody's okay with talking about their feelings because I know people aren't, right?
A lot of people that's not.
You made a post today and I jumped on that joint. You feel me? You was like,
Right.
P, man, that was transparent as fuck. I have to be transparent. How can anyone trust anybody if they can't see you?
Yeah, but I realize that everybody has different comfortability levels, and it's hard sometimes. It's like some people just like you might be like you too much, you know.
There's not anything in my life that I can't have a conversation about that I did.
Same here.
You understand what I'm
Same
saying?
here. Same here.
I'm not running from anybody. My phone number's been the same since I came home from jail.
Wow.
I'm not running from anybody. I can have a conversation with somebody that feels as though I did them wrong. I don't see where I did you wrong, but let's have this conversation. And then I call other people and I'm like, yo, what's up, man? Did I do something? Like, talk to me. Like, you got to, like, just having an attitude does not work for me. Just being mad at me or shake. I have the, it's a blessing, I guess, and it's a curse. When I shake your hand, I can feel your energy. You feel me? Like, I can feel how you feel about me. It's like, damn, what I do to you? You feel me? Like,
Right.
I could feel the, oh, like, nigga, don't look at me like that. Okay, listen, yes. Do I have 33,000 people follow me on Facebook? Absolutely. I don't use those people to do anything. I don't even know why they following me.
I'm telling you, you need to get a Patreon and get to some bread,
Like,
man.
honestly, I'm not using them. I'm trying to be here for the kids, bro. Like, I'm not using nothing. I'm not stealing nothing from nobody. I'm not taking nothing from you. Are you mad at me? Then say it. Let me know how you feel. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm not trying to use my popularity or anything like that to obsess or take anything over you, but it happens. And that's the problem. Our community, and I love my community. I love Chester. You feel me? I love it so much that sometimes I don't realize what I'm doing. You feel me? I don't see what I'm doing because I love it. I'm like, yo, let's keep going. I don't need the light. I don't. I want somebody else to come in here and blow up. I want to be able to be here and be a producer and create content for you. I want you to be happy. When you first came in here, you was like, yo, man, you like, this is cool. You feel
Yeah.
me? Like, and ain't no pressure. I said, absolutely. We practicing.
Yes, you did.
Then when I said when we done practicing, you'll know.
You did.
And you
did.
know, right?
You did. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So, I just want people to be comfortable talking about whatever they want to talk about. I don't care what you want to talk about. I've had shows where they come in here and we talking about what's happening in pop culture. I've had sports shows. I've had all types of podcasts. Me, personally, I always wanted to be on the radio. Always. Doing R&B. So I do that. I'm getting back to that. You feel me?
Okay, that's
That'll
what's
be
up.
popping back up. I'm playing old shows now on the website. You feel me? And on the app Live 365.
I think I downloaded
You
that
feel
app.
me? Download the app. You feel me? Like it's always playing music. It's never a moment where it's not playing music. And this is the thing, right? I want people to understand that I'm not doing anything to take any energy away from anybody else. And that's how you have to do. You feel me? That's how you have to be, right? When we think about voting, we need to be one unit,
One band, one sound.
one band, one sound. What is beneficial for our community? Forget what happened in the past. Because if you continue to look back, bro, you're going to crash into something. We know what we had in the past. We know what we saw in the past, but let's move forward. Solutions. What are the solutions to fix our community? So I'm big on things for the kids to do, places for the kids to be safe.
Yeah, because they are our future.
I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. You feel me? And in so many short years, my son has gone from an 8-year-old kid playing basketball. He'll be turning 19 in this weekend.
Wow.
11 years fly by like that. You feel me? And it's like, oh, okay, I see you. You feel me? What do you want? And I talk to him all the time. What do you want? What do you want to see? Because that's where it's going to come from. How can we expect our kids to take care of us if we're not taking care of them? How can we expect as adults for the kids not to fight when we're constantly fighting between each other? See, they're going to shoot each other. We're just fighting because we just want somebody to pay attention to us. Why don't we vote?
Because sometimes we feel that I felt at times that my vote don't matter. Like, okay, I felt
You're one of many. Again, we don't have packs. We don't sit in groups. We don't have the politicians come into our group. We're holding this group right now. The politicians come in here and say, yeah, I want to change this. I want to do this. I want to do that. Well, we don't want you to change that. Well, then I won't change it. All right, cool. Then we'll vote for you. But if you change it, you'll be out in 4 years. But we don't have that power. They've told us that our vote doesn't matter. They've whispered into our community that our vote doesn't matter. They've whispered into our community that Chester's a dangerous place. They whispered into our community that you should sell drugs and not go to school and destroy and destroy and destroy so they can come in and buy it up. I don't know who those them are, but I know they do exist.
Of course they exist.
Right? So I can't pinpoint, because if I knew who they was, I would call them out.
You know what I'm concerned about, like with like people benefits being lost or possibly lost or whatever or postponed, the crime rate going up. Think about it. Like people can't eat, people can't, provide for their families. The crime rate goes up. And it's the holiday seasons. Like that's scary to me. For real.
The crime rate goes up. Maybe that's what they want. But as a community, we're coming together. Everybody eats. She's been over there doing her thing. You feel me? Giving out food. We have several organizations in the community right now. I see where even nonprofits have partnered together. The Community Foundation and the Foundation for Delaware County have partnered to give grants to organizations to buy food, to make sure we have enough in our community. There's enough here. You feel me? There are enough people here. There are enough nonprofits here to help us. That's why I do Fusion Fridays, to bring out all of the resources in our community, to put them on Front Street to say, listen, this is what you have for our community. Show them. Talk to them. I tell them to come into the radio station. Come into the radio station and talk about what you're offering your community, right? It shouldn't be hidden behind your people. You should share it with all the people.
Right.
Right? So if we're not doing that, then there's no wonder why the world is the way it is. There's no wonder why America is the way it is.
Because people don't want to do partnerships and work together.
Collaboration is better than competition. I tell people that all the time. I'm not in competition with nobody. I'm in competition with myself. Every morning I wake up, I got to be better than I was yesterday.
I say that too.
Right? I have to be. There is I can't do it today. I had to put down my street thoughts. You know how long it took me to put that shit down? So you can stop hustling. You can stop running the streets. But to really put down your street thoughts, right? Of making money, of doing things with money, of more, only that need that abundance. You have to still have an abundant mindset. You can't have a lack mindset, right?
Right.
But not an abundant mindset like I have a bunch of money, but I have a bunch of people around me to help me get through this, right? I have strong people that I lean on. You feel me? To help me secure everything I need to secure. You feel me? Like, so I had to put that down and pick up another bag. That other bag is heavy. And I had to talk about all this stuff. I had to come forward. I talk to kids every day.
Do you consider yourself like a mentor?
I do. Right?
I think you are.
And I would love to have mentors. I see several people in the community as mentors. From Corey Long to Raheem, right? Like, I'm not worried about what they did. I'm not. Right? I'm worried about what they do.
I think as adults, we need to normalize having a mentor. I think that's important. Not just kids, but adults. Somebody has a career that that you are interested in, or just are living a lifestyle that you aspire to be. It's nothing wrong with having someone that's an adult to like mentor you. I don't think it's nothing wrong with that.
No, it's nothing. It's nothing wrong with that. You feel me? Everybody needs somebody they can lean on.
True.
Right? If you're trying to achieve something, it gets hard. It's not easy. It's not easy. And who said it was going to be easy? Nobody. Right?
Anything worth having is not going to be easy.
Anything worth having is worth bleeding, crying, being frustrated over. And it takes a minute before people believe that you are who you say you are. I've been in rooms where I never thought I would be. You understand what I'm saying? Like, since I started this radio station, and I had imposter syndrome, right? Mm-hmm. Last year when my mom passed away, I was like, man, I'm done. I need time. I've been doing it at that point for 7 straight years. No breaks. Going hard. I needed time off. And I fell back, right? I said, I'm not getting this political stuff. There's a bunch of snakes in there. Snakes in every room you walk in.
Very true.
So if you backing out of rooms, as I began to back out of rooms, I started to see my dream getting further. Like, oh, no. I'm trying to go forward. right? Why am I backing out, right? But I had to go back out into another room and reset in that room, right? And sit there and try to understand why I was doing what I was doing. I had to find my why again. That's hard, right? So when you're voting and people are running, you have to ask them, why should I select you? What do you have to offer me? And do your research. You can't just believe people because they say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna come through here and I'm gonna give you this magic lamp and you're just gonna rub it 3 times and you're gonna get everything you need." No, it doesn't work that way. That's Walt Disney's world. In the real world, bro, like you have to show and prove, right? Not off popularity, not off you being cool, not off you being nice. Just because you're cool doesn't mean you're gonna make a good state rep. Just because you're cool, that doesn't mean you're gonna make a good senator, right? Like, what do you want to give to our community? What do you see that we don't have enough of, or we have too much of, that you can take away and replace with something better?
You never thought about politics entering? I mean, you have the passion. You know how to talk to people. You've
I don't know how to talk to people. People will tell you, see, that I am very. I don't sugarcoat things, right?
What's wrong with that?
People don't like to hear the truth. The truth hurts. People,
Sometimes you gotta hurt a little
man,
bit.
people don't like to hear the truth. People like to complain. People like to fuss. People like to scream. I don't do a lot of screaming, right? I'll
You just-
listen to you scream, but I'm not really hearing you. Meaning, I listen to the train. I don't hear the train. Or I hear the train. I don't listen to it. Listening to you requires comprehension, requires understanding, requires quiet. If I can't have a conversation with you if you're talking while I'm talking, that just doesn't make sense. Like, you're not hearing anything and I'm not hearing anything. You're not listening to me and I'm not listening to you. So go ahead, say what
I
you got
like
to say.
the fact that you're direct though. I love it. I guess because I'm a direct too, so I guess I'm biased.
Yeah,
I'm biased.
like I said, right now in the city of Chester, there is no Republican Party.
mm,
There's only one party, the Democratic Party. And I understand why, right? Because in most black neighborhoods, they don't trust the Republicans.
right.
But if you think about everything that the Republicans did, you feel me? The Democrats did almost the same thing, right? Not our Democrats, the Democratic and the Republican Party. You feel me? Like, they take advantage of the weak, right? Show up. Poverty is something that you can solve. You can help poverty, bro. But you don't want to solve it. Again, it's like treating a disease. You rather treat it than to cure it. Because
Yeah.
treatment is in the money. There
Right.
ain't no long-term money in the cure.
Cure. You're right.
You feel me? So we're not going to cure poverty. We're just going to treat it.
Sprinkle a little help every now and
We're not going to make sure the mothers and the fathers that are on welfare go to a class to learn how to be better parents, to learn how to talk to their children, to learn. We're not going to make sure the POs are giving the inmates that come home, the newly released people, jobs, and are talking to them like they're human. We're gonna make sure they're on their back, and we need them to go back into jail.
So now I'm gonna ask you a question. Now you just made me think of something. So when I was in undergrad, my college, some of my professors taught at a local prison, and the debate would be like, "Well, dang, we over here paying for our college education, and these inmates were getting free college courses and coming out with degrees, and they were incarcerated. How do you, so I don't know. I got mixed feelings about it. I feel like you should be rehabilitated and have skills, but there's people out there that's going into debt to go to college. And then there's people in prison that's coming out with degrees, depending on whatever their crime was, and they ain't got no debt when they come out. So how do you feel about that?
They have debt when they come out. They have to walk off parole. They have debt when they come out. They might not be able to get a job in that field. If you're going to school to be a teacher, you can't work in a school coming home from jail.
Well, I'm sure there's limited degree programs. I mean,
You're in jail. You're depending on how long you're in there for, like 10 to 15 years is a long time to get a 4-year degree.
touche.
Right? So if you're free and you're out here, you got a 4-year degree, Commit a crime, go to jail, and get a free education, and then complain about that when you come home and can't get a job and don't nobody want to hire you and people looking at you. No, you don't have to worry about all that stuff. So
But
he
depending
don't
on
have
your
to worry.
crime, depending on your crime, if it's
You're
like
not going to get a degree in jail. I did 18 months. They didn't let me go to school. You got to have more time. You got to at least have at least 10 years to serve.
10,
Yes. It's going to take at least 10 years for you to get a 4-year degree in college. And if I'm wrong, let me know. But I don't think they're going to let you go to school. If you have a 5 to 10, they're not going to let you go for 5 years and get a 4-year degree.
I'm gonna have to do some research on
Do
that.
some research on that.
I am
But
going to
again, he's coming out, he or she is coming out with a college education after doing 10 years in jail. He probably got a long tail to walk off, right?
Mm-hmm.
He already has the F word on his back or on his front or wherever. He has to deal with that. Now, he doesn't have to worry about the debt of paying the money back, but he has to work off that debt of that crime that he did to be able to even put that diploma in front of anybody. Meanwhile, you just worried about the debt you got. Well, go get the job. You don't have to go to sleep and be told to wake up and be stripped and take a shower and people throw soap on you and take showers with all types of crazy men. And you don't have to worry about none of that stuff. You don't have to worry about waking up in the morning to go eat. You feel me? Walk back to your block and then go to work and work for 19 cents.
Did you say 19 cents?
Yeah. 25 cents is the most you can make in jail.
What?
An hour.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What you gonna do with that?
Pay your cable bill if you got a TV. There's a lot of things that people don't really know about jail. You think, oh, you get a college education in jail. You know, you got to survive that. You got to survive jail every minute, not every day, every minute, every second. Head got me on the swivel. You got to know who's around you. You got to make sure you're able to talk about things. Sometimes you got to have a mouth to get you out of trouble. Sometimes you gotta be aware to not get into any trouble any deeper than you're already in. So I don't want you to think like they got it easy because they can get a college education. No, they need that to come home and to be able to do something, or else they're gonna go right back to doing what they did before.
And I thank you for explaining that because I was just looking at it from one way. So I appreciate it.
I get it. You feel me? Money, and that's the thing. They put us against each other. Here we got the same degree. You got yours in 4 years. It took me 10 years. It took me how many bodies I had to step over while I was upstate. You feel me? How many people I had to fight just to be able to be in this situation. I had to go in front of the parole board and show them all the diplomas and the accreditations and the certificates that I got just to be able to go to college class. Then I got to work for 19 cents, 25 cents. Go there for 8 hours. It's not like they only let you work for 8 hours to create something for someone else to sell for top of the line.
Wow.
So they pit us against each other. Now you got a problem with the inmates that come home and got a college degree. He can't work in the school next to you. Now he has to go out, start a nonprofit, struggle for years to get that up and running, show people that he's real, doing things for free, showing up for free, not making no money. Meanwhile, you're working your job and making money, and you're still worried about the inmate that comes home from jail with a college diploma. He's not worried about you, but he probably is. Like, oh, man, she's making all this money. She got her there, and we got the degree of the same thing, but I'm not allowed to come into the school. So,
wow.
Like I said,
Thanks for educating me.
Sometimes you just gotta ask the person a question. If you don't know, ask a question. Don't assume. Because you know what happens when you assume, right?
Make an ass of yourself.
Make an ass out of you and me. Because now I'm looking at you trying to figure out why you assuming. And you looking at me talking about, I knew I was right. No, you're not. Let's have a conversation.
Thank you for that.
Energy check, man. Did you vote today? Let's be honest. Did you vote today?
No.
You didn't?
No.
All right, I'm going to cut your mic off.
I voted last year, though.
I
voted last year.
Why didn't you vote today?
Because I told you, I don't even be knowing half the candidates. I just feel like...
So where are you located?
Sharon Hill.
Okay, so that's what Upper Darby. You know who was on your ballot? No,
I don't know none of that.
come on.
I
All
gotta
right,
do better.
we do. I need you to vote every time. I need
Okay.
you to understand that people were hung, burnt, killed, just for the right to vote. Just for the right for you to go in there and put your name or sign or color in a box. People were hung, raped, murdered, just for that right. And just for that right, I'm going to vote every time. Just because of the people that die. That's why I vote. That's why I make sure I know who the fuck I'm voting for.
When did you get activated, like
I was
regarding
always
voting?
voting. Always,
Really?
even I remember it was time I got released from jail and I went and voted. Like there's never been like, oh, you got felonies, but you can't shit. Watch me go. They're either gonna count it or they're not. How will I know if they don't count it?
Mm.
But I did it because my grandmother told me to do it. I was a Republican up until what 3-4 years ago,
Okay.
right? And I was like, yo, it ain't no Republican Party in the city of Chester. Like the fuck. But I get it. I understand it. Right? Trump became the head of the Republican Party, and I don't agree with Trump. But there are Republicans that come from if not the same space, that come from our spaces. There are Republicans that don't believe in what Trump wants to do. There are Republicans that don't have the billion-dollar mindset, like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna shut everything down, and you're gonna vote with us, or it ain't gonna be no vote.
So, what do you think about people that do the independent party?
I don't have a problem with that. I say black people need their own party, the Black Party. Run our own candidates. Guess what will happen then? Then niggas will see how strong they are.
Very true.
And when I say niggas, I'm not,
I know.
right? That's just the way I talk. I apologize for my abusive language. That's not what I want. But then black people will understand how strong they are. Because we are strong. And they block us every which way because we're divided. You're going to stand next to somebody that's the same color as you, that has to deal with the same oppression as you, and not like it because of the religion, not like it because of what she wearing, not like it because of how she talk, not like it. You talk white, and I talk proper. Problem? Am I less black because I know how to talk?
Some people.
No, we ostracize people. We throw people out. Now they're not a part of our community. Then they go be a part of their community. Now you mad at them because they left. Nigga. Again, sorry. But seriously, like, there's so many skills. There's so many mindsets. There's so many religions. There's so many different things that separate us, bro. But that shouldn't be a reason to divide us up. That shouldn't be a reason where we don't see each other as a brother.
But that starts at home. Like,
yeah, my dad made sure I understood that. My dad was from Haiti. My dad, the first free black republic, bro, Haiti. Haiti is the reason why America could even, Louisiana Purchase, could even buy
listen.
New Orleans. Haiti is the reason why, because they broke the French government and they said, all right.
Haiti has a rich history and they did not take things laying down. They fought for
on their
shit.
flag. La union fiat la force, right? Unity makes strength. To a point where you're looking at them now, and France was charging them over $1 billion a year for their freedom that they fought for. They fought for that freedom. And because we, as black people, we were so oppressed. You see what's going on over there in the Sudan. That brother said, I'm not playing with y'all. Like, y'all niggas not coming over here taking nothing no more. We not talking y'all language no more. We talking our language for our people. Somebody has to stand up.
I haven't met a Haitian that wasn't have a sense of pride and confidence. I have not.
You won't meet him.
I've not met one that was not
He can
confident.
have nothing.
Yep.
He could be poor on the street. He's still going to say hi. He's still going to speak to you. Now you have those that are angry and frustrated and mad and have been taught that they ain't shit. Right? You have those. You do have those.
I ain't met one yet.
But they still have pride in the unity that they share with their brothers. You feel me? My uncle, he used to get on my top. He like, we had shoes. Why you say barefoot? I said, because it's the pictures that I see. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the pictures that I see, the dirt pies that they eat. But it's really good for you,
But
right?
see, this think about it like
Voodoo, their religion. It's not a devilish religion. It's not. It's they don't kill the cats, and kill the dogs, and when Trump was saying that, people, I remember having a conversation, and I was offended. Like I was pissed that you would even say that out your mouth again. Why would you repeat that stupidity that he's saying out of his mouth? I was mad at someone that I loved for playing that. Don't say that shit. The fuck is wrong with you?
but think about like the Dominican Republic and Haiti. They're pretty much on
They're on the same island.
the same island.
Right.
And they only show like the bad parts of Haiti, but Haiti has some really beautiful
Do you remember seeing
places.
have you ever seen the good parts of Africa?
No.
Okay.
No.
They don't want to see it. They don't want us to see us thriving, us moving, us helping, us in agreement with each other to help each other. They don't want us to see that. Because if we see that, then we understand how you do it. And once you understand how to do it, you get it done. Oh, they want us here fighting each other, killing each other. I was hired by Chester Partnership for Safe Neighborhoods, Jack Stahlsheimer, who was running for judge, and I voted for him.
Mm-hmm.
That means that, Tanner Rouse will step into the district attorney's office until he has to run, right? And I'll vote for him, right? Because I know they care, right? I know for a fact that they care. It's not, I didn't quit CPSN because they didn't care. I quit CPSN because I was tired. You feel me? Like, you try losing 5 members of your family, bro, and I didn't even know it was going to get 5 when I quit. It was just my mom and my cousin. Then it was my grandfather. It was like, fuck this shit. Like, They care. They cared enough to start CPSN. They cared enough to hire someone from the city of Chester to go out there and talk to the people of the city of Chester and just try to get them to calm down. Listen, they're not worried about the drugs. They just want y'all to stop killing each other. That's it. And I went in there and I was loved, bro.
It's like a perfect job for you, though, for real. That liaison.
It was all love for me. Going to different neighborhoods and talking to people, helping young kids see the benefits of who they are. See that hope. We're not hopeless, bro. People in the city of Chester are not hopeless. It's just no light on in the room. They don't know they have it. And when you kick that light on in the room, it's astonishing what they can do. Right now, Delcora has a nice plan going on for 18 to 24-year-old men.
I saw that post.
You understand what I'm saying? Like a great program, right? Sign up for that. Sign up for that. We need to put opportunities in front of our children before we need to be proactive and not reactive.
Mm-hmm.
More of that. More good energy. But it's hard, bro. It's hard when you come from a place where you never expected to live past. Now is even lower than 21. Now you don't expect to live past 16? Shit. Running the streets is fun. No rules. No rules. Integrity. Integrity. The definition of integrity is the things you do when no one is watching. My grandma made sure I had integrity. Right? My grandma made sure I loved my community. My grandma made sure I was in my community. So as well as I'm selling drugs, I'm looking out for families. You come to me and like I told you about the person that sold me all their kids' Christmas gifts and I took them right back to her house. My cousin said, bro, you will never make any money doing that.
But that started with your foundation. No matter what you've been through, what mistakes you've made, you had a pretty solid foundation.
I had to ask myself these questions. Like, why did I choose this? Why did I do this? Because I didn't need to. Why did I want to become a part of the problem? And then it all made sense. I wanted to become a part of the problem because I needed to understand why they made their choices.
Wow.
And I understand it now. Like, I understand why a person carjacks another person. Not why they shoot them. That's a rash. That's judgment. Your judgment is off if you're shooting someone or you're carjacking them. But you need the money. You need the car. You need to escape. I don't know. You running from somebody. So if somebody come to me and they like, yo, give me a car, I'm out of that joint real quick. I ain't no hesitation. I ain't screaming. I ain't nothing, man. Be safe. I have insurance on my car. You understand what I'm saying? Let me get my phone. You feel me? You can have a car. Let me get my stuff. I can talk to you and have a conversation. And nigga like, damn, this nigga nice. Like, be safe, bro. You feel me? Like, and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna call the police. I'm gonna report my car stolen, and we gonna deal with that. Now it's your job to get away from the police.
You just made me think about a story of recently. I'm not saying no names. One of my students had came in my office and was just like, I think he's from Jamaica, and he was just like, when I came here, like people used to call me like African booty snatcher. I really was a smart kid, but I tried to assimilate to like, being in Southwest, and like he one of those kids that look like he will lay you down. You know what I'm saying? But he's like, that's really not who I am, Miss Brown. But like, I had to adjust to my environment, and it just made me think of you. Like, bro. This bull, listen, he really about that life. Bro. He really about that life.
Right. Coming from Jamaica, you're gonna be about that life. Yeah. Because they gotta scratch and survive there. You understand what I'm saying? Then you come here to America and things open up, and if you love reading and you love being, you can't do all that stuff because you're trying to hang out with this or you're trying to be cool over here. I was out there, man, dork, nerd, dorky, nerd, like geek, like, and my name was Jean-Pierre. Jean-Pierre, like when the teacher said my name for the first time in class, like the whole fucking class turned around and looked at me. I said, hi. Like, Jean-Pierre, like, how you get a name like that? Pissy Pierre, then the Pissy Pierre started, then the Jean-Pierre Burning Rice, that came because that was somebody that knew my middle name. You feel me? But that made me want to be a drug dealer. That made me want to be out in the street. That made me want to pick up a gun. First offense I ever had was a gun charge.
And that, like, your story reminds me of this student. He sit on my couch and just was rapping to me, and I'm like, wow. Like,
listen, if you run into kids like that, give them my number. Listen, I'm going to have somebody come up here and talk to you, bro. You feel me? I'll go up there, I'll talk to him, I'll tell him, bro, like, don't. If you love to read, keep reading. Recently, I had a brother, and he, what's up, dork? You feel me? Called me, he was like, yo, man, you still dorking? I said, what? He's like, man, you was always the smartest brother on the block, bro. Like, I need your help. Came through here, he wanted to know some geometry. I said, geometry was never my thing. Let me call my ex-wife.
Okay.
Awesome with geometry. You feel me? Like, he's like, damn, appreciate it. I'm not mad at you that you called me a dork. I was trying my hardest to fit in with you. When in all
that student, man.
With all actuality, you should have been trying your hardest to fit in with me, or I should have just been smart enough to stay hanging out with the dorks and the geeks in school. But I wanted to be different. I wanted to be somebody. So I sold my soul. It took a while for me to get it back.
And some people ruin their life just trying to be part of the cool kids when they just need to just be themselves.
Being part of the cool kids is like just something that will, it just gives you status. I started selling drugs in 11th grade. After that 10th grade summer, which was one of the best summers of my life, that's when my whole life changed, literally. Hanging out with my cousin, got to drive cars, got to do dumb things, you feel me? And we did a lot of stupid things, bro, a lot.
But you live to see another day.
And that's another thing that has me questioning, like, what's my purpose? You feel me? Like, beyond the radio station, like you were talking about politics, you feel me? Like,
activism is definitely in your
activism is definitely in my soul. That's what this radio station is. This is a source of activism. This is to ignite people and get people to stand up and fight. There have been many people that have come through here that are now doing things in their community.
Awesome.
Not just Chester.
Awesome.
You feel me? And that's what I'm about, right? I'm about lifting people up. I'm about helping people. I don't need you torn down, bro. And if you are torn down, come on in here. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about why you torn down. Now, the advice that I give you, you might not want to take it. You feel me? Because I'm going to tell you to man the fuck up. I'm going to tell you, listen, man, nobody said it was going to be easy. So what's the issue? Is it too hard for you? Do you not think you can do it? Because if you think you can't do it, you're already done. So you got to open your mind to possibilities. You got to open your mind to dreams. You got to open your mind to your imagination. When I go into the school and I talk to young people, I say your imagination is something that was taken from you years ago. Why? Because of this. This is an imagination killer. Why? Because you can look up any fucking thing you want in the world. I remember when I was younger, I had to imagine seeing women and doing things, you feel me? Like to get to a point where, imagination was my best friend. I had one of the beautifulest girls in the world, and my boy, with my lotion and my sock, I was
what?
good.
I can't.
I'm gonna keep it real. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. I'm gonna keep it real. My lotion and my sock, I was good. Massage me. You feel me? Like now, you feel me? Go on here, tasty.com, you feel me? And I see it. It's a video right there. So
in AI.
AI give you some of the best.
God.
All that good stuff. You feel me? Like we don't realize it when we put these phones in our kids' hands that we're giving them a tool that will barricade and lock their imagination, but open up the possibilities of the world, right? The negative possibilities of the world.
And then sometimes these cell phones make people lose their socialization skills.
Yeah, absolutely. Social media got you thinking like you're just supposed to talk. Like, no. I don't go out anymore. I stayed in. I went to Boots and Bonnets, I think that was Saturday night.
What? You was outside?
Yeah. It was Kev's birthday. And I hopped on this live.
I love to see that.
Right.
Okay.
I wasn't dressed. I was out there, look, bummy. You feel me? Like,
did you get some food? Because their food is good. I haven't
their
been there
food
in
is
a
definitely
long
good.
time.
No, I got 2 shots and I was out. I said, yo, bro, I'm out. You feel me? He was like, man, you came here, you out that quick. And most of it, I left because I could feel the energy. In that joint. And it wasn't good for me. You feel me? I seen a couple people that, we might have had an issue in the back, and I've already said I forgive them for whatever happened, right? And then some other people's hands that I shook.
Just wasn't, their smiles wasn't matching it. The handshake and the smile wasn't matching.
Like, nigga, like, did I do something to you? And then I don't want to say that because if he's already mad and he can't say anything to me, so he's already in his female emotions. And if I say that, he might take his female emotions and feel like he got to stand up on them. And I hate when men stand up on their female emotion because you get the yapping. And then I don't want to hit you. I don't want to hurt you. So it's just like, yeah, I'm going to just fall back. You feel me?
And you got to think about this like you are a public figure.
You think so?
Yes, you are, even though you might not want to acknowledge it, but you are a public figure and a lot of people know you. And a lot of people probably wish they had the heart to say some of the things that you say. A lot of people might have wished that they had a platform to speak freely. I mean, your platform, but I'm just saying.
It's not mine. It's the community's
It's the community's platform, but
it's not mine. I might be in charge of it. It might have been my dream. My dream is to do a radio show. I never opened this radio station to say it's mine. I need people to come through and help me.
I get that, but it's like the freedom that you have, the authenticity you have, like that can't be duplicated.
It can. And that's the thing.
People can try to do what you do, but nobody's going to be you. Nobody can be Pierre, just like nobody can be Drea.
Nobody can be me.
Mm-hmm.
But you could be a great version of you.
Absolutely.
Right? And I will never knock you for that. I give spaces here for people to be great thems, yous.
But you have to be comfortable in your own skin. See, everybody is not comfortable in their own skin.
That's because they can't admit what their issue is.
Because that's, it's tough.
It's not. It's not, Dre. It's really not. Like, it's not. You know it's not. It
took me a while to get here.
It took you a while to get there. That's because you finally somebody sat you down and gave you in your face. And you're like, oh, I like her. Shit, why can't I do that? Why am I always so negative and just tearing things down and beating people up and looking to punch people in the face when I could just be nice? And more blessings come to you when you are a blessing.
That is very true.
When you're on the side of the devil, more blessings come to you when you're on that side too. The devil give blessings just like God give blessings.
That's true too.
So depending on whatever blessings you're comfortable with, those are the blessings you're gonna get.
You're right.
You feel me? So but at the same time, I had to change my line of thinking for everything, bro. How I treated women, how I talk to women. You feel me? How I talk to my kids, how I talk to myself. You feel me? All that had to change. And it took a while before I really understood that it really had to change. Because I was still comfortable doing still some of the devilish things. Still playing around, still lying, still conniving, still manipulating. When they called me a master manipulator, I was appalled. But then I thought about it. I said, "You damn right. Yeah, I am him." Because guess what? Malcolm X was a manipulator. Martin Luther King was a manipulator. Some of the greatest leaders are manipulators, bro. They get you to
Facts.
move how they need you to move.
That's facts.
That's it.
That's facts.
So I'm not worried about you thinking I'm not manipulating you for your vagina. You giving that up to me freely. I'm manipulating you on how I move. And you shouldn't be that concerned with how I move, honestly. So, but I get it. I do. And I know there's some people on this live right now, right, that I love. Like, really. You feel me? And if they don't know I love them, I just want to tell them, like, I love you, bro. Like, seriously. There's no beef. There's no attitude. There's no energy. Can we create together? Yes, we can. But we have to put down everything that divides us, bro. And just pick up the one thing that unites us, bro. And this is us throughout the world. Black people are strong. Black people are strong. Everything that we've gone through in this country, bro, everything that we've been beaten up for, everything that we've done, the Civil Rights Act has opened up doors for other people to come into this country and do different things, bro.
Very true.
The Civil Rights Act is the reason the LGBTQ can march around like they do. Our rights, our things that we were killed for, murdered for, beaten for, they chop motherfuckers up and turn them into oil, bro. They ate us. They threw babies to alligators, bro. All the stuff that they did to us, all the mistreatment, all the harsh conditions we lived under, bro. When we talk about voting, you don't vote because you think it's broken. No, we're broken. So your view is going to be broken. So you got to fix yourself.
So now I'm going to have to start doing research on the people in my community because I don't.
Now you got to get a sample ballot. That's number one.
Sample ballot. Okay.
Sample ballot. When people are running, these are the things that you do as a person.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, school me, man.
You get a sample ballot, right? Sample ballot for the preliminaries, right? The primaries.
Okay.
You can only vote Republican if you're Republican. You can only vote Democrat if you're Democrat. That's the election that happens in the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Now that election is for the people that will vote in November's election. You feel me? You research those people. Now you're just voting based on your party, whatever party you are. So if you're a Republican, you're looking for who pushes my ideas, but also saves space for the other side. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't want somebody that's just pushing their ideas and just want to bum rush everybody because it's not going to work. Who has bipartisanship in them? Because there is another side, right? And they need to be able to work with the other side. We don't think about that. We don't think about doing research. You're stupid, you're dumb, you read too much. What is you doing? You're dork. If you don't trust me, just come bring your ballot and let's look it up ourselves.
I'm going to hold you to it.
We're going to look up every name.
I'm going to hold you to
We're
it.
going to look up every name. We're going to read and see what they stand for and say, do you think that person will be able to agree with the other side? No, I don't. I think that person will just want to push his party's agendas. Then he's not a good candidate. And then black people need to start judging that way. You feel me? Because we're in the black community, and whether we're Republican or Democrat, we need people that are going to push for us.
Facts.
Republican or Democrat, whatever party you're a part of. What does your party do for me? Today I went and voted, and I split a lot of my votes, bro. Because I did the research.
You're going to have to help a sister out.
I don't have no problem helping you out.
Okay.
But because you didn't vote, you got to buy me
At least I got you.
for at least a month.
A month?
Yeah. Because that not voting shit, that shit irks me, bro. Like,
but you want me to lie to you?
No, I'm glad you didn't lie to me.
I'll tell you the truth.
I appreciate that.
I'm always going to tell you the truth.
I appreciate that. I do. I'm trying to tell you I do.
Yeah.
But still, you ain't vote. So I'm a little, I don't know. When we couldn't vote, man, I think black people have forgotten, right? Voting while black was a death sentence. After the Civil War, when black men were first given the right to vote in 1870, the system came up with ways to steal it back. They had poll taxes, where you had to pay money to vote. They had literacy tests. They already told us we couldn't read, so they had you come in here. Grandfather clauses. Did your grandfather vote?
Wow.
And white-only primaries. So only white people could vote for the primaries. So by the time the primary's done, the person that you're voting for in November, you don't know who that person is and you don't even trust them. There were so many of us throughout the United States, right? And it's still the same thing. Whether you're black, brown, Spanish, Mexican, Puerto Rican, right? All that stuff. You're
You
black.
taking us to school, Pierre? Okay, give us some history. Okay.
Because without knowing, we can't do anything,
Facts, because you educated me.
right? I want my people to understand why the importance of voting is important and to take the power away from the people that just want power, right? And put the power in the hands of the people, not just black people, though. Power to all people. And I think about the Black Panther Party, bro. And I think about the brothers that risked their lives, the brothers that were shot while they slept, the brothers that were put in jail, the brothers that were beaten, the brothers that were humiliated in front of us. They brought programs like WIC to us. They brought upliftment, nurturing, caring to our community. And then what did the CIA do? Drop drugs in our community.
I was a big fan of Asada Shakur in my early college days. I was a
Absolutely.
little militant. I remember I
Absolutely.
went through that little phase.
Yeah, that shouldn't have been a phase you went through. That should have been a part of your life, right? Because if we don't have black power, we don't have any power. If black people can't stand together to say, yo, this is what we rocking with, we ain't rocking with you. See, that's power. No, we're not voting for you. That's power. Let's look it up. Let's have meetings where we're sitting and we're talking about the next people. Let's create PACs. We need money. Super PACs. We need money. Now we put super PACs, we can put out information about whatever candidate we want to put out. Because that's what they do. You ain't seen it right now because that's where most of the money comes from, the government. And since the government was shut down, they ain't really have a lot of money to put a lot of things out. So people had to find other ways to do it.
I'm going to pick your brain sometimes.
Please pick my brain. I don't have a problem with that. Whole generations learn to be quiet, to stay in their place, to not move. Other generations, the generation from the crack epidemic, right? And I'm talking about from 1980 to like 2004 is when crack really stopped, right? It slowed down. Like you didn't see a lot of crack fiends and people that were hooked on crack were changing their lives and getting their lives back together. Welfare to work was out. You feel me? Like that was stimulating moms to get up and get a job.
That program helped a lot of people.
That program. So a lot of things that we sit there and say, oh, nobody did a lot of good for our community because we needed that, right? Now you look at how they're handling opioids. You got Kensington.
I used to work in Kensington. I used to be scared to walk in my car. Like it
but
was needles everywhere.
What about the kids? See, they're not worried about our kids. But then they tell you they pro-life. So you're just against abortion. You're just against your people continuing to get abortions and your numbers falling. All of this, Make America Great Again is about their numbers falling, bro. And again, not all of them. We have allies. We have people that want to help us. We have people that want to see us do good things. I know a few that have helped me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so I salute them. Like I said, CPSN, Jack Stallsheimer's, Tanner Rouse, Matthew Krause, like those guys, I know they care about our community. But they are prosecutors at the end of the day. They do have a job to do. So if you committed a crime, like, you got to do your time. But did they allow me to wiggle some rooms for some people? Absolutely. But I needed those people out here in the community to help me.
I could really see you into law. Like, seriously, I'm not even, like, being facetious.
Yeah, so my uncle was a lawyer, right? So legalese, that's easy for me. I walk in a room and I can understand what you got to say. That don't mean I got to speak all the time, and I don't. I try to be quiet, right? They say more around a person they think is stupid than they say.
You said that before.
Right?
You
so
did.
I will walk in a room and play dumb. I've learned how to do that without even, I can play it off like I really am dumb. Like, you think I'm stupid. Most of them probably do, right? But when I'm around my people, I talk to my people. Like, listen, this da 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 da. Like, oh shit, yeah, da, 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 da. Oh shit, I never thought about it. Yeah, da 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 da. Oh, okay. I walk in there, like, oh, I be open, stutter, fumble, misspell words. That nigga ain't smart. The fuck they talking about? Yeah, absolutely. I don't want you to think I'm smart, because then you think I'm smart, you won't let me in the room again.
Mm.
I've learned that.
Wow.
Right. They don't want smart brothers in the room. They don't want brothers that care about their community in the room. Right? So things happen. But voting is important, man. I'm trying to tell you. Um I hope that everybody got a chance to go out and vote today. I hope that they are enthused by the people that they voted for. I hope you understand that you can reach out to these people that you voted for and talk to them. Um, we have the Sunshine Act, where you can get information on how people are acting and different things like that, right? Whether or not they are available to you, whoever you voted for. They have websites. You can look them up on their website. You can say stuff to them on their website. Like this, don't think that you put a person in power and now you don't have any communication,
Mm.
right? So, and even the people that are currently in power, you still have communication with them. They have to let you know things. What's going on in my community? How are you helping my community? How are you diverting funds from my community? How are you putting funds into something that's beneficial to you and not to my community? This city, Chester City, should have a pool,
You're right.
a year-round pool. We should have a YMCA. There's no reason why we don't.
I mean, think about it. We don't even have simple things. We got what? Sam and Sam.
We don't even have a market.
Well, Chester. That's not in Chester. What's that? Upland.
Upland.
Upland. So that we don't even have a market in
But
Chester.
and I love Sam and Sam's because I watched how they grew. So my grandma used to be a caterer.
Okay.
She'd go to Sam and Sam's when Sam and Sam's was on 9th Street by the old market, the old shop, right, or the Acme that was right there.
Okay.
Right? And she'd go in there and she'd get her meats and all that stuff. And I watched how Sam and Sam grew from that small store to the store in Toby Farms
I remember.
to the store in Upland, right?
Right.
He was thinking forward. His son was thinking forward. His wife was thinking forward. And you have to think forward. If you're not thinking forward and you're looking back, you're going to crash. So we could talk about the Sun Shipyard. We could talk about all the things that Chester had. We could talk about who fucked who and who lied to who all day. But what are we doing to move us forward? How are we moving forward? Are we moving forward as a community, or are we moving forward as individuals? Because if you're moving forward as individuals, you're only going to get but so far.
That's true. You got me wanting to be more, politically conscious and do more research because it's never been my thing, but I want to be more in the know. And the next time we have to vote, so I won't have to be telling you I ain't vote.
You ever heard of redlining?
Yes.
Know what redlining is?
No, but I've heard of it.
Right. So redlining is, trying to explain it in a way, that makes sense.
I'm a little smart. I think I can comprehend.
I understand that, when we think about Chester,
Mm-hmm.
I say it was a big red line drawn around Chester, right?
Okay.
When Chester was booming, right, it was because of the infrastructure and the industry that was on the riverfront.
Okay.
When Penn's Landing in Philly, when the name was sold to Philly, Penn's Landing, because Penn's Landing is here. Like, his actual landing is here in Chester. It's right down the street.
What?
Yeah. Penn landed here first. Chester is the first first courthouse. You feel me? Like, is in Chester, right? So he landed here first. He didn't go all the way up. He stopped right here. All right, I'm going to stop here.
Okay.
Why he stopped here, I don't know. He could have stopped at Marcus Hook. You feel me? He could have stopped a little bit further down, but he could have stopped at Delaware. No, he stopped here. It was something here, right? So the name was sold. Redlining is when you. Anyway, I'm not gonna do that. My My people suffer from a lack of understanding. My people don't realize how important it is to push each other. Instead of pulling us, we need to push each other. They say we crabs in a barrel, right? But the crabs don't belong in the barrel. So why would they act crazy?
Mm.
So let's put us in a real spot, right? Crabs in the ocean work together. They're scavengers. They're all looking for food, right?
That's a crazy analogy, but you got a point there.
Right. I mean, they are, right? That's what they do. I don't. My thing is, I don't know how to exactly say what redlining is, and I don't want to mess it up, right? I believe that redlining is when they make housing less affordable to black people and put housing in a different area, right? And then put us in this area and say, all right, this is where all the drugs and the guns and the alcohol stores and all that stuff go. But I'm going to get a correct definition for redlining, right?
I love the fact that, like, just this conversation, it just shows like your range. Like, you can talk about
Everything.
just about anything, and I think that's awesome.
All right, yeah. All right, redlining is a discriminatory practice that began in the 1930s where banks, insurance companies, and government denied loans, mortgages, and insurance to people, mostly black and brown residents, based on where they live rather than their financial qualifications. The
Oh,
federal
wow.
government created maps marking neighborhoods and cities across America. Areas where mostly African American or immigrants lived were outlined in red, meaning they were considered high risk or hazardous for investment.
Oh, wow.
As a result, banks and financial institutions refused to lend to people in those neighborhoods or charge them higher interest rates. The impact: it prevented black families from buying homes and building generational wealth. Neighborhoods labeled as red were starved of investments, leading to poverty, poor schools, and decaying infrastructure.
Wow.
You feel me? Those same areas today still face higher rates of poverty and lower property values, a lasting effect of systemic racism.
That sound like, wow.
It sounds like Chester,
I was about to say that.
right?
I didn't want to say that, but it does.
A decaying infrastructure.
Because think about, like, in I would say the 1940s, 1950s, how, like, Overtown used to look, the buildings, like, Chester used to be beautiful, really beautiful. I've seen past pictures.
And they're redistricting now, right? They redistrict whenever there's too many black people in the area, they redistrict it. So, they'll cut your votes in half.
Wow.
You feel me? So now we need you to vote for this person because there's more of you over here. So we need you to vote for this, right? They did it not I'll say about 2 years ago, 4 years ago, for the state rep race. Before the 159th included Upland.
Hmm.
Now it's the 161, I think, right? And she's a great state rep. So Toby Farms, Upland, Chester Township. Got
So what does your background have to be a state rep? I'm just curious.
Just got to get the votes.
Wow.
Anybody can be a politician, right? It's the career politicians for me that take me out. It's the people that have been doing politics for 36 years and nothing's changed. It's the people that think they're supposed to be in there because they have experience. No, you have experience at fucking me, like literally.
Oh gosh.
That don't mean I'm gonna keep on letting you do it.
Oh gosh.
You feel me? Like you
Oh
have
gosh.
experience of getting over on my community. That doesn't mean I'm gonna keep on allowing it to happen. So, we got people in the Senate, people in the House that have been there 20, 30, 40, 50
But it's
years.
time to get off that seat.
It's been time to get off that seat, right? It's been time to get off that seat, but it's the fear of that person, right, in power, because that's what politics does. It empowers a person to believe they're stronger than what they really are until somebody who's not scared of what you can do to them stands up to you and knocks you off your podium. So if you don't move, the same things are going to continue to happen.
Very true.
So we have to move as one, right? All the black communities all throughout America as one, right? What does it take to start our own political party? I don't know. Right?
AI could probably tell us.
AI could probably tell us, but sometimes I be thinking AI is down with, you feel me? So I'd rather just go to Google. I went to Google for that. You feel me? Like, it hurts when I talk to brothers and they be like, I don't vote because what's the use? And I'm like, if you feel like that, you know how many other brothers feel like that?
Yeah.
So let's just talk about, let's gather together and talk about what we need to do to change things. We had a Infinite Men of Honor. We did our trunk or treat on Halloween. It was a great situation, even in that group right there, right? Today I posted about, getting, my sister called me last week and she was like, yo, I need you to get some insurance because, I just need you to get some burial insurance. I know you already had 2 strokes, so they're not going to really insure you or give you any money. I'm not trying to do no fish fry. I'm not trying to beg nobody for no money. I need you to get some insurance. I'm going to pay for it. I was like, all right, because, I ain't got no money. You feel me? I'm broke over here, right? But I appreciate it. So State Farm called me. I answered all the questions. You $40. They give me $15,000. That'll put me in the ground. I don't want no funeral. You feel me? Like, 72 hours after I'm gone, put me in the ground. Y'all can sit and talk and party about me when I'm already in the ground. Don't have me in front of no church where people sit there looking at me. No, take me to the masjid, do what you gotta do, give me my rights. You feel me? Like, let my people wash my body, wrap me up, put me in the ground. But then I heard that you gotta have a vote. I don't want to be in no vote. Like, it's ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Like, that's how God wanted you to die. Like, just put me in the ground and plant some seeds over top of me. Let me fertilize these carrots or cucumbers or whatever you want to grow, tomatoes. But all that extra stuff, you dig a body up 50 years later and it ain't even all the way decayed. Don't take 50 years for you to decay, bro. You ever see a deer get hit?
Yeah.
How long it take before that thing is gone?
Not long.
No, 3 weeks, tops, 21 days. If it's in the shade, if it's in the sun,
Oh, Lord.
well, that thing is gone.
Okay.
But yeah, they divide us by politics, religion, gender, and money, while we argue over labels. They pass laws that hurt every one of us. So whether you're gay, whether you're Muslim, whether you're Christian, whether you like rock and roll, whether you like weed, whether you like carrying your gun, whether you like, it's so many different groups you could be a part of.
True.
But the one group you can't choose is this. So we need to stick together. So I didn't want to get on here today and hit a whole bunch of people upside the head with a whole bunch of nonsense, man. I just want to talk about the reason why we don't vote and talk about why we should vote. And I think we did that.
You did. And I feel more educated, and I feel bad I didn't vote, and I will vote next year.
That's why education matters.
Facts.
Right? When we don't understand how the system moves, we can't outsmart it.
That's true.
Like, so you got to figure out how it moves. It's a reason why they don't want us to vote. It's a reason why they whisper in our community. It's a reason why they allow us to be the way we are, and they're not trying to change it. Why? Because they realize how powerful we are. My grandmother told me that, taking me to vote in that church, bro.
Your grandmother was a wise woman.
My grandmother was. If I show you a picture of her, you would swear she was white. She was fair-skinned.
Okay.
Right? But she experienced racism out with my grandfather, who wasn't that dark-skinned. Like, I didn't come from dark-skinned people. You feel me? Like, and so because of that, they had privileges, but they were still black. You feel me? So they still, those privileges that they had to deal with racism on both sides. Right? You got racism for the white people and then racism for the black people, because they look at you, why you allowed to sit over there? Or why you allowed to go in there? Or why you allowed to do that? Right? So, but she loved everybody, bro. She loved her community. She started in the LV. She moved out of the LV, moved to 324 Jeffrey Street. Bought a house. You feel me? Started her own business. Was in the Eastern Stars. My grandfather was in the Masons. Right? So in building community, bro, you have to begin in a group. Because you can't do it by yourself. You can't. Trying to change things, you can't do it by yourself. You're going to run yourself in the ground thinking you could do it by yourself.
Very true.
So I learned that. But I had to sit back and think about all of that stuff. So I hope you understand what I was talking about tonight. I hope I didn't offend anybody. I hope I didn't upset anybody. And if I did, guess what? I don't care.
Well, I appreciate you breaking down stuff because, you know, I don't know everything and I'm always trying to learn. So I appreciate it.
I don't know everything either. I don't.
I
But
know you don't.
when it comes up and it's time for me to figure out why things are happening the way they're happening, why are we so okay with it? Why? Because Cardi B got a new album out? Or Cardi B pregnant by Stephon Diggs and he got other women pregnant? What, you didn't think that was going to happen? Like, seriously? So now all the women are mad? Hello? Don't that happen in our community without a motherfucker having millions of dollars?
He just not rich, yeah.
But now you're going to take a person from our community and give him millions of dollars and expect him to be faithful to one chick? Where does that happen at? Or expect him to put a condom on? Boy? Are the women asking for him to put a condom on? No? They trying to get pregnant too. Everybody trying to do something. But I appreciate you, Drea.
I appreciate you. Thank you for the history lesson, the civics lesson, the social studies lesson, and just breaking things down.
We are not done. Because this is something, a conversation that we have to continue to have.
Absolutely. And I want to be more knowledgeable in this area.
I want you to vote.
I'm voting next year.
I'm highly disappointed in you.
I had to be truthful. I wasn't going to lie to you.
I know. I'm glad you didn't lie. But if it's your work schedule, you feel me? You can't make it because your work schedule.
I was off today. I know. Really though?
Yeah, I gave you a pass because I know you be working.
Yeah, I be tired.
And then you're gonna tell me you don't. CMPRadio.net, man. I'm gonna take the camera off of you, bro. I'm done. I'm done.
Oh, don't be mad.
Regardless of who wins, you won. We will hold you accountable. People, we need to stop thinking just because we put them. Listen, we put them. Whether you voted or not, we as a people put them in positions to serve us. You are a public servant. Period. Yes, you get paid money to do it. Yes, you get bribed to not do it or to do it or to okay it or to not okay it. Cool. That's cool. But the people put you in that position. So you're a people serving first. Is this beneficial? Does this help? Or does it hurt? Or who does it hurt? I get it. You got to give and take, right? That's how it works. But too much taking results in people being upset. Not enough giving to us and giving to others. Like everybody say Barack Obama really didn't do anything when he was the president. I didn't need him to do anything for me. I already figured out how to make money. I already figured out what I need to do. I needed some hope that I could be different. At whatever point I decided to be different in my life, I needed that hope that I can do that. That's what he did for me. That's really all I needed. I didn't need anything else. I need for my people to understand how important it is to vote. I need for my people to understand the people that died and sacrificed their lives so you have a choice today. I don't care if you feel as though your people weren't slaves. I don't care if you feel as though your people weren't here. I don't care. Whatever you feel, as black people, we have a right. And that right should be to vote. Every motherfucking election, regardless of what you got to do. And if you can't put what you got to do ahead of what you are, then that just shows who you are. I will forgive Andrea today.
Okay.
This will be the only forgiveness for her not voting.
Okay. I'll take that.
And any election that comes up, any election that comes our way,
I'm going to vote.
we can break it down.
I'm gonna hold you to it, too.
We get a sample ballot. I'm not from where you're from, so you're going to have a whole different group of people running for different things, right? But as far as the state is concerned, we had judges up for retention. We lose those judges, it's over for us. Literally. We lose those judges and bring in new judges that side with Trump, and he bring the fucking army through here and run through here. And this is not at you. Okay. So please don't take this personal.
I'm not going to take it personal.
When you put yourself before us, it's like putting a cart before the horse. We're not going anywhere. We are a part of us. You are a part of us. That voter retention for those judges, that was a big thing. And I hope everybody voted yes. Because if you're trying to stop a madman from doing madman shit, this is the only way. You can't say, oh, it's terrible out here, we can't do anything, they gonna come through here. Because when the armed forces come through and they rolling through tanks through your neighborhood and they grabbing illegal immigrants and people that just left their country because they were looking for better, because that's what America was about. Send us your tired, send us your hungry, send us your poor. That's what they asked for. Now people are coming in and you got a problem. They're doing jobs that you don't want to do. They're growing mushrooms in Chester County. They're picking oranges down in Florida. I was going to say they're picking cotton, but I didn't want to say that. But they're probably doing that too and getting paid for that. Voting is required from every U.S. citizen. I had this conversation with my daughter. She didn't vote today either. Talk to my son. Just make sure you vote. And if you don't vote, go stand over there in the corner and don't say anything because you don't have no opinion because you didn't cast your ballot. CMPRadio.net, man. It's your boy Uncle P and Drea
B, y'all.
And I just want to thank y'all for tuning in, man. I want y'all to have a safe night. I want y'all to be good. I want y'all to don't take this show as like I'm down on y'all or tearing y'all apart, right? For those that didn't vote, I want you to understand that you can do better, right?
We will do better.
I need you to do better. The community needs you to do better. Yeah. CMPRadio.net, man. We're out of here.